y'all, and welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here. I hope you've had a wonderful week, and I hope you're looking forward to a wonderful weekend. We're going to be reading from our little book, Hold Me Up a Little Longer, Lord. And the title is The Missing Ingredient. It's on page 141 and 142 for me. So the Lord has really been talking to us this week, and I just love how He will just shake things up and get us out of our comfort zone and just tell us what we need to hear when we need to hear it. And He's truly amazing. So I'm excited to see how He's going to talk to us today. So let's get started. The missing ingredient. Lord, I have all the ingredients for happiness in my life. A lovely home, a wonderful husband, children, friends, health. Why then is there such a sense of vacancy in me? Why this glum feeling of futility? Even sometimes despair. It's as if I keep expecting something glorious to happen. That part of me is afraid is never going to happen. Some added flavor that's lacking, some challenge. Snug and safe and lucky. Oh, so lucky. I press my disconsolate nose against the shining picture window of my nest. I want a parade to come by instead of just seeing kids climbing off a school bus. I want a limousine full of mysterious and exciting people to sweep up the curb instead of a fuel-oiled truck. I want the world to cry, come out, you brilliant, beautiful thing. Why are you wasting yourself there? I want some glamour, some drama, some attention. I want to do something important. I know, Lord, yes. I know that making a home, raising a family are important, and that when a house is cold, better a fuel oil man than a diplomat. So give me a sensible scale of values. Give me patience. But don't make me too sensible either. Don't give me too much patience. Maybe this is a divine discontent to keep me from getting sluggish, complacent. Maybe this hunger for some missing ingredient in my life is simply a way of telling me, if you want something exciting to happen, you've got to make it happen. Join a theater group or start one. Take a class or teach one. Find a job or create one. Sing, paint, write, dance. Help others who don't have the things I'm so blessed with and don't always appreciate. Maybe you meant women like me to grow restless in order to give our full measure to a world that has been so good to us. That's an interesting take on it. I think at some point in our life, we can all relate, and we've all been here, where you kind of just, that's Buster rooting around, I'm sorry, where you kind of just get caught up in the routine of life, and where some people might call that boring, I call that sweet contentment. But I didn't always used to be this way. This came from the Lord. And I think that the way she's feeling, like she realizes she has all the ingredients for happiness in her life. You know, she's got the lovely home, the wonderful husband, the children, friends, her health. She's got everything that she needs in order to have a happy life. But sometimes we think, or we can begin to feel that we're missing out on something. I know that I had my children when I was very, very young. I don't really remember my life without having my kids. I was so young, and I wouldn't trade it for anything because I got to be young with them while they were young, and I'm still young now that they're older, and so I really am grateful for that. But I can understand how she may feel because, you know, when I was going through that and raising babies and colic and sick and just potty training and teething and all that, as blessed as I was to have those children, because many don't get that gift, it could kind of like it kind of made me be like, what am I missing? I know I'm missing so much when in all reality, I was not missing anything. And they have turned out to be my greatest blessings and my best friends. And we just have a wonderful relationship. But when you're in the moment, I guess is what I'm trying to say. When you're in that moment, it can feel like you're missing out on something. And I really feel that is something we must be aware of and pray against, because the devil wants nothing more than to mess up a happy home. He wants nothing more than to just bring in discontent, to make you feel like there's something better out there, that you're missing all this because you're doing this. And it's kind of odd that this is the conversation, because, well, not odd, it's God, but the devil wants nothing more than to bring confusion and discontent. And my daughter and I were just having this conversation today about some things. And I was telling her, I was like, you can be sure that if you're feeling or you're hearing these thoughts and all of this stuff, you know, we were just having a general conversation, and it's making you question things, we can guarantee if it's negative and it's making you question the good things in your life, you can almost bank on it, it's the devil. Because if he can put that little shred of doubt, if he can make you doubt, if he can make you have all these feelings, and that maybe he stirs up some feelings in you, and then when your husband comes home, you take it out on him, and he don't even know what's going on, and then y'all have a big old fight, then he's done his job. He's done his job. But we must be guarded against the attacks of the enemy. And just like Marjorie Holmes knew that she had everything, if you was to ask a person, what are the main ingredients to a happy life? She had it all. The house, the husband, the kids, the health, the friends. She had everything. But yet even she would feel like she's missing something. Even she would be sitting there wanting this limousine to pull up, or, you know, all these different things to happen, because she felt stagnant in her life. That is a trick of the enemy. That is a trick of the devil. And we must be on guard. Because if he can just weasel his way in there, and it can start off with something so simple as a little bit of doubt, a tiny speck of doubt. And that little tiny speck can fester and grow. And before you know it, it's just blew up. That's why we have to stay prayed up and praying for our families. And in praying for our families, we have to pray for ourselves. We have to pray that the Lord will put a shield around us and our minds, that the devil can't get in there and cause problems. Because our mind is a very powerful thing. And if he can just spark one little bit of doubt, and he will do it so subtly that you won't even realize what's happening. I'm speaking from experience on this. He will just put a little bit in there so subtly, and then he will just keep at it. And before you know it, what was a little speck has grown, because he just kept chipping away at it. And then you find yourself where you have messed up your home life, you've messed up your relationship with your husband, you've messed up your relationship with your children, you're on the outs with your friends, and through all of that, then you're starting to have health problems from all the stress and anxiety. And for what? All because we let him in, and we let him place that little bitty speck of something, and then it began to grow. And I don't know about y'all, but I am very much aware of that. And I really do try to guard myself against that, because I've lived that. I've been there before. And I know what he's capable of. And I don't want to give him glory, but at the same time, we have to know what our enemy is capable of. And we know what he's capable of. But we have authority and we have power over him. So, we're not going to let him. we're not going to let him. The missing ingredient in our life would be a prayer life, would be that relationship with God, that one-on-one with God. If you don't have that, that is the main ingredient in your life that it's missing. If you have your relationship with God, your relationship with your spouse, your relationship with your children, your relationship with your friends, and your health, then you have the perfect recipe. It's not missing anything. There's no missing ingredients. You have the perfect recipe. But if you are missing the main ingredient, which is your relationship with God, then nothing is ever going to work. There is no substitute for that. The recipe will fail. There is no ingredient that can replace a relationship with God. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. I love this, and it really kind of puts in perspective some things. And she realizes making a home and raising her family are important. And she realizes the importance of a fuel oil man when the house is cold. See, she knows all of this stuff. So she's one up on the devil. It's like as you hear her pray, she's starting to realize, okay, I know this, Lord. I know me, wanting this versus that. I understand the relevance, and I understand which one is actually more important. She understands that. Maybe her little bit of restlessness can open doors and allow her to minister to other women who are going through the same thing and help them. Just never know. We never know. But the very fact that she's taking it to the Lord, she's letting him know her thoughts. This is the biggest thing I've learned from Marjorie Holmes is she takes all of her issues to the Lord and she lays it out there, the good, bad, and the ugly. Even if what she's thinking she knows is not really the right way I should be thinking, she still tells the Lord because he knows all anyway. And then you will see how the Lord just kind of starts working with her and bringing her back to the truth. And I love that. And it just proves she's human. We all can relate in some way or another to, yeah, we have everything that the world says we should have in order to be happy. But if you don't have that relationship with God, you're missing the main ingredient. It's just the way it is. It's kind of made me think about some things. This is just my thoughts on it. I'm sure y'all are going to have your own interpretation, and that's what's so good about this book. We can all hear this and we can all have our interpretation. Thank you, Lord, for ministering to us. Thank you for bringing to the forefront some things that we really need to be on guard and pray about and pray against. We need to pray against the tricks the enemy will try to play on us and try to mess up a happy home by making you think there's something better out there. Trust me, there's nothing better out there. Nothing. There's nothing more perfect and satisfying than having a happy home and being content with what you have. Contentment is the greatest gift God can give us. The world has nothing to offer. The world has nothing out there. They're all searching and striving to get what so many of us already have. But the devil don't want us to see that. The devil don't want us to know that. The devil don't want us to realize that. Instead, he wants to try to cause discord. It ain't working. We're on to his game. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. I hope that I've said something in this that has kind of made you think about it. I like to ponder over these. I'll talk about it with y'all, but I still will ponder different things, and sometimes I'll catch myself saying, man, I should have said that, and I should have said that. But it's just me pondering, and the Lord just continuing to minister to me with these different readings. So hopefully it happens the same way with you. Thank you for being here. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.